From silent to excellent English speaking day-by-day practice. Hello everyone. Welcome to English Podcast Library. Today's lesson I'll talk about how to learn English basic to influence. For more videos lesson, help to like and subscribe for enhancing and inspiriting me to create for more lesson to you. Please listen to podcast. I hope you can improve your English skill day by listening to podcast. It is a quiet evening. I sit alone in my room with a notebook and a dream. I want to speak English. I want to speak it well. But I don't have a teacher. I don't go to school. I have no one to talk to in English. Still, I believe I can do it at home by myself. Every day I tell myself one thing. I will not give up. I don't know many words. My grammar is not perfect. My pronunciation is not good. But I have the desire to learn. I have the courage to try. That is enough to begin. I look around my room. My notebook is empty, but my heart is full of questions, full of hope. Can I really learn English without help? Can I really speak fluently without going to a school? And then I hear a small voice inside me. It says, yes, you can, if you feel the same. This video is for you. Stay with me. I will show you everything step by step. Let me tell you the truth. You don't need a classroom to become fluent. You don't need a big plan or expensive books. You just need a small start and a strong heart. You can do it right from your bedroom. This is your space. This is your time. You are not alone. I am with you. Let's begin. Chapter 1. My first day speaking English alone. It is a new morning. The sun is shining, but my heart feels heavy. I want to speak English. I want to be good at it, but I don't know where to start. There is no teacher. There is no classroom. I am at home. I am alone, and I am afraid. I look around my room. It is silent. I sit on my bed and ask myself, can I really learn English like this? My mind says it will be too hard, but my heart says try. So I begin. I look at the table. I say this is a table. I look at the chair. I say, this is a chair. I look at the window. I say, this is a window. These are easy words, but saying them feels strange. I speak slowly. I feel shy, but I continue. I walk to the kitchen. I see a cup. I say, this is a cup. I see a spoon. This is a spoon. I see a plate. This is a plate. I talk to everything like it is my friend. I give words to the world around me. Then I stand in front of the mirror. I look at my own face. I smile and I say, hello, how are you? I laugh a little. It feels silly, but it feels good. I ask myself, what is your name? I answer, my name is Sam. I say, nice to meet you. I answer, nice to meet you, too. This is my first English conversation, and I have it with myself. I sit down again. I open my notebook. I write some new words. Then I speak them out loud. I say them again and again. My voice is not perfect, but it is my voice and it matters. Even if no one hears me, I speak. At first, I make many mistakes. Sometimes I forget the words. Sometimes I say them the wrong way, but I don't stop. I keep going because I know that mistakes are part of learning. When you speak English alone, you feel strange at first. You feel shy. You feel scared. But every word you say is a small win. Every sentence is a small step forward. I talk to myself when I brush my teeth. I say I brush my teeth. When I make tea, I say I boil water. I take the cup. I pour the tea. I turn my life into simple English. It becomes a part of my day. The best thing is this. I can speak slowly. I can speak many times. No one laughs at me. No one corrects me. I feel safe. I feel free. I feel like I am building a new part of myself. Real confidence does not start on a stage. It does not begin in front of people. It begins in your room. It begins when you speak, even when you feel afraid. It begins when you use your voice, even when no one is listening that day. I do not learn many words. I do not learn grammar. But I learn something more powerful. I learn to begin. And that is the first secret of learning English at home. You begin even when you are afraid. You speak even when you are alone. And slowly your fear becomes your strength. This is how my English journey started. One object, one sentence, one mirror, one voice, mine. And that voice will grow stronger every day. Chapter 2. Listening like a child. The next day, I wake up with a new question in my mind. I ask myself, how do babies learn a language? They don't read books. They don't learn grammar rules. They just listen all day, every day. They hear their parents. They hear songs. They hear people talk. They don't understand everything, but they still listen. So I decide to do the same. I will learn English like a child. I will listen. I will listen every day. I don't need to understand every word. I just need to hear the sounds, the rhythm, the music of English. I want to train my ears. I take my phone. I search for English podcasts for beginners. I find one called Slow English Stories. The voice is slow and clear. I listen to the first story. It is about a girl who goes to the market. The story is simple. I understand most of it. I smile. I feel good. Then I find another podcast. It is just 5 minutes long. The speaker talks about daily life, eating breakfast, taking the bus, going to work. I listen carefully. I try to repeat some sentences after the speaker. I don't repeat all of them, just the short ones. My voice is soft, but I speak. After that, I go to YouTube. I search for easy English conversations. I find videos where two people speak slowly. One says, "Hello, how are you?" The other says, "I'm fine, thank you." And you? I know these words. I pause the video. I repeat the sentence. I say it again and again. I learn a new way to listen. I don't listen like before. I don't listen for fun. I listen for learning. I listen with purpose. I listen with focus. I listen to copy. I listen to understand. I listen to grow. I make a small plan for my day. When I listen, my hands work, but my ears learn. Cook breakfast. I play an English audio. I listen while I cut vegetables. I listen while the water boils. I don't look at the phone. My hands work, but my ears learn. When I clean my room, I put on another podcast. I listen to how people say things. I notice the words they stress. I hear how their voice goes up and down. I feel the rhythm of English. I don't repeat during cleaning. I just listen and feel. Later, I go for a walk. I take my headphones. I play a short story in English. I listen again and again. Same story 3 times. Every time I understand more. I hear something new. I feel proud of myself. Sometimes I don't understand. That's okay. I don't stop. I don't feel bad. I know that even if I don't understand today, my ears are getting stronger just like a baby. At night, before I sleep, I play one last audio, a bedtime story in English. I close my eyes and listen. I don't understand every word, but the voice is calm. The words are soft. My brain listens. My heart listens. I sleep with English in my ears. This is how I learn English now. I listen every day. I don't study. I don't memorize. I don't write. I just listen like a child. I listen at breakfast. I listen while walking. I listen when I clean. I listen before sleep. And slowly, something starts to happen. I start to think in English. I start to hear English in my mind. Even when I am not listening, English becomes a part of my world. If you want to speak English, first, learn to listen. If you want to talk well, first listen well. Listening is not passive. It is powerful. Your ears are your first teachers. Train them. Use them. Trust them. Chapter 3. Reading that changed my life. It is a rainy afternoon. I sit near the window with a hot cup of tea. I feel quiet. I feel calm. I remember my teacher once said, reading is a secret to fast learning. I think about that. I open my phone and search Easy English. Stories for beginners. I want to try reading today. I find a short story. It is cold a day in the park. The sentences are very simple. Tom wakes up. He eats breakfast. He goes to the park. I know almost all the words. I start reading slowly out loud. I speak every word clearly. I feel happy. This is not difficult. I can do it. I finished the story in 5 minutes. I read it again. This time I understand more. The third time I read faster. My voice is smoother. My eyes move quicker. I smile. I feel good. I didn't just read words. I lived inside the story. I saw Tom. I saw the park. That day I decided to read every day. Not long stories, not hard books, just easy English. 10 or 15 minutes is enough. The goal is not to finish a book. The goal is to enjoy the words and grow. Next day, I find a story about a girl and her cat. Then I read a story about 2 friends who go shopping. The sentences are easy. The vocabulary is simple, but the stories are full of life. I feel connected. I feel like I am learning something real. I start to notice something amazing. I see words. Again and again, the word walk comes in many stories. He walks to school. She walks to the shop. They walk together. Every time I see the word, it becomes stronger in my mind. I don't need to write it down. I don't need to memorize it. I just see it many times and my brain remembers. This is the power of reading. You learn words in context. You don't just learn one word. You learn the full sentence. You learn how native speakers use it. You learn what words go together. You don't need to ask, is this correct? You already feel it is correct. Sometimes I find a word I don't know. I stop. I open a dictionary. I read the meaning. Then I read the sentence again. Now I understand. I don't write the word. I don't make a list. I just move forward. If I see that word again tomorrow, I will understand it better. I also try to read out loud. I sit in front of a mirror and read the story. I look at my mouth. I listen to my voice. I don't care if I make mistakes. This is not a test. This is a practice. Reading also helps me with speaking. When I read more, I speak more easily. My sentences come out faster. My words are more natural. I don't pause much. I don't translate from my language. I think in English because I read in English. After 1 week, I feel more confident. I read 2 or 3 stories. I enjoy them like movies in my head. I start to guess meanings. I understand. More without the dictionary. English feels less like a stranger. It feels like a friend. And now reading is part of my day. In the morning, I read 1 short story. In the evening, I read a longer one. Sometimes I read the same story many times. It helps me remember better. It makes me fluent. If you want to practice English at home, start reading. Start with short stories. Choose something simple, something fun, something you enjoy. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about big words. Just read. Make reading a habit. Read every day, even for 10 minutes. Read with your heart. Read with your voice. Read with your mind. And one day, without even trying too hard, you will find that you can speak better, think faster, and understand more. Reading is not just about words. It is about the world, a new world that you can enter with English. Chapter 4. Shadowing without fear. It is evening. I sit alone listening to an English story on my phone. The voice is slow, clear, and beautiful. The speaker says, "My name is Emily. I live in New York." I pause the audio. I repeat the sentence. I try to say it the same way. My name is Emily. I live in New York. I listen again. I speak again. This is my first time doing shadowing. I learned this word from a video on YouTube. The speaker said, shadowing means repeating after a native speaker. immediately after you hear the sentence. Like a shadow that follows someone. You hear, you speak, you copy. Everything. Words, sound, tone, rhythm. I feel nervous. I have never done this before. I'm afraid I will sound strange. I'm afraid I will say the words wrong. But I remind myself, no one is watching. I am at home. I am safe here. I choose a short clip, just 1 minute long. Speaker talks about her day. I press play. She says, I wake up at 7 o'clock a.m. I pause. I repeat, I wake up at 7 o'clock a.m. I try to copy her voice. I try to sound the same. Then she says, I drink coffee in the kitchen. I pause. I repeat, I drink coffee in the kitchen. I say it again and again. Slowly, I feel better. My voice becomes smoother. I stop feeling afraid. I start enjoying it. Shadowing feels like music practice. It's not about speaking fast. It's about speaking right. It's about listening with care and repeating with focus. I make a small plan. Every day I will do 10 minutes of shadowing. I will use short clips with subtitles. First I listen, then I read the subtitles. Then I pause after every sentence and repeat step by step, line by line. At first I make mistakes. Sometimes I say the word wrong. Sometimes I forget the sentence. But I don't stop. I go back. I try again. I speak louder. I speak clearly. I speak with heart. After a few days, I notice something. My pronunciation is better. My tongue moves faster. My voice sounds more natural. I can say full sentences without thinking too much. I feel more confident when I speak. Shadowing helps me a lot. It teaches me how real English sounds, not the English in grammar books, but the English people really use. I learn how they link words. I learn how they use intonation. I learn where their voice goes up and where it goes down. And the best part, I don't need anyone else. I just need my phone, some headphones, and a quiet place. I do shadowing in the morning before breakfast. I do it in the evening after dinner. Sometimes I do it while walking alone. I whisper the words. No one hears me. But I practice. I also use shadowing before important events. If I have a school interview, I choose an English video about interviews. I repeat every line until I feel ready. It gives me courage. It prepares me. It works. You don't need to speak with someone to improve your speaking. You can shadow. You can copy. You can train your mouth, your ears, and your brain at the same time. Shadowing is not easy in the beginning, but it becomes fun. It becomes powerful. It becomes your daily exercise. If you want to speak like native speakers, you must listen like them and speak like them. Shadowing gives you this chance. It turns your quiet room into an English classroom. It turns your phone into a teacher. It turns your voice into a tool of learning. So, don't be afraid. Choose a short video. Press play. Pause after each sentence. Repeat what you hear. Do this every day, just 10 minutes, and soon you will feel the difference. Your voice will be stronger, your words will be clearer, and your English will be more alive. All because you shadowed without fear. Chapter 5. Talking to myself in English. It is a sunny afternoon. I sit near the window with a notebook in my hand. There is no one around. The house is quiet, but my mind is full of thoughts. I feel the need to speak. I feel the need to practice. But there's no friend, no teacher, no class. So I begin to talk to myself. It feels strange in the beginning. I say, hello, how are you? And then I answer, I'm fine, thank you. And you? I laugh. It feels silly, but it also feels good. I am not waiting for someone to talk to. I am not waiting for the perfect time. I just speak. I walk around the room and say what I'm doing. I open the door. I close the window. I take a pen. I sit on the chair. These are simple sentences, but They are powerful. I speak slowly and clearly. I hear my own voice. I feel my English growing. Later, I stand in front of the mirror. I look at myself and speak. I ask questions. I give answers. I tell short stories about my day. Today, I woke up early. I made tea. I cleaned the room. I watched a video. I feel like I am talking to a friend. But that friend is me. When I walk outside, I continue. In my mind, I speak in English. I see a dog and say, the dog is running. I see a man with a bag and say he is going to the shop. I see a tree and say the leaves are green. My inner voice changes. It begins to think in English. This is how I train myself, by talking to myself. I don't need a partner. I don't need perfect grammar. I just need words and courage. At first, I make mistakes. I forget words. I mix sentences. But I don't stop. I correct myself. I try again. I smile and move on. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to keep going. Every day I talk to myself about different things. Sometimes I imagine I'm in a cafe ordering food. Hello, I would like a cup of coffee, please. Sometimes I imagine I'm at the airport. My flight is at 10 a.m. Where's the gate? Sometimes I play the role of two people. I create full conversations in my room. And slowly I feel the change. I feel more confident. I speak faster. My sentences come without thinking. My English becomes more natural. It becomes part of me. One day I talk to myself while cooking. I cut the onion. I add salt. I stir the soup. Suddenly I realize I am speaking without fear. I am thinking in English without trying. I don't need to plan. It just happens. This is the power of self-talk. It is private. It is simple, but it is strong. It is your own free classroom. You can speak in the morning. You can speak at night. You can speak when you are alone. And the more you speak, the better you become. Talking to yourself in English helps your brain build language fast. It connects thinking and speaking. It teaches you to be brave, to use your words, to not wait for others. So don't wait. Start now. Look around your room. Say what you see. Tell a story about your day. Ask yourself questions. Answer them out loud. Talk to your mirror. Talk in your mind. No one is watching. No one is judging. You are free. The more you talk to yourself, the less afraid you will be to talk to others. Your English will become a part of you. Your confidence will grow from the inside. And it all starts with one simple thing. Your voice. Chapter 6. Using technology smartly. It is night. I'm sitting on my bed with my phone in my hand. I ask myself, can I use this phone to improve my English? I open my apps. I open my settings. Everything is in my language. Then I have an idea. I change everything to English. Now my phone speaks to me in English. Every time I unlock it, I see English words. It feels new. It feels strange, but it also feels exciting. This is the beginning of something special. I decide to use my phone not just for fun, but for learning. I want to use technology in a smart way. I want my phone to become my English teacher. The next day, I search for English learning apps. I find one with simple vocabulary. It shows pictures and says the word out loud. I click and it says apple. I repeat apple. Then chair. I repeat. Again. I do this for 10 minutes. It is fun. It is easy. I learn without stress. Then I find another app. It helps with speaking. It asks me to say sentences. I speak and it tells me if my pronunciation is correct. Say, I am going to school. I say it. The app shows a green tick. I smile. I feel proud. I also use YouTube. I search for easy English listening. I find a channel with short, slow videos. I watch one video about daily routines. A man says, I wake up at 6 a.m. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. I repeat each sentence. I Pause. I speak. I listen again. I watch the same video again the next day. This time I understand more. My ears are learning. My mouth is learning. My mind is learning. Then I try something new. I use voice typing. I open a notes app. I speak in English. My phone types my words. I say, "Hello, my name is Sam." I like to read books. The phone types everything. If it types the wrong word, I know I said it wrong, so I try again. Slowly, my pronunciation becomes better. I also use a dictionary app. When I read a new word in a story, I type it in. The app, it shows me the meaning. It also gives me an example sentence. I don't try to remember the word. I just read it and move on. If I see the word again, I will remember it naturally. Sometimes I use Google Translate, but not too much. I use it only when I really don't understand. I listen to how the word is spoken. I repeat it. I shadow it. Technology is helping me, but I don't use it all day. I use it with a plan. I give myself 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. I use those minutes only for learning. English. No games, no distractions. Even music becomes a tool for learning. I find English songs with subtitles. I listen. I read the lyrics. I sing along. This helps me with rhythm and pronunciation. I enjoy it and I learn at the same time. Sometimes I use English subtitles when watching movies. First I watch with subtitles, then I turn them off and listen. I try to understand as much as I can. Then I check the subtitles again. This helps me grow step by step. One day I find a voice assistant app. I say, "What is the weather today?" It replies in English. I ask again, "What time is it in London?" It tells me. I smile. I am using English for real questions. I am learning through use. Technology is everywhere, but when you use it smartly, it becomes your personal classroom. You don't need to pay money. You don't need a big course. You just need a phone, internet, and the will to learn. Use apps. Use videos. Use voice tools. Use subtitles. Use your settings. Use everything. But use it with purpose. Let technology help you not waste your time. Learn one thing each day. Speak one sentence. Listen to one video. That is enough because every small step builds your big dream. Your phone is not just a device. It is your daily teacher. It is your mirror. It is your partner in this journey. Use it smartly and you will speak English fluently. Chapter 7. Creating English Habits at Home. It is early morning. I am still in bed, and the house is quiet. I pick up my phone and open a simple English story. I read one short paragraph. Then I say it aloud. This is my morning habit now. I do it every day. It only takes 5 minutes, but it helps me start the day in English. I have learned something important. If you want to improve your English, you don't need to study for hours. You don't need to learn everything at once. You just need habits, small daily habits. If you repeat small things every day, they become part of you. You don't have to think. You just do them. Like brushing your teeth, like eating your meals. Now, I do the same with English. After I brush my teeth, I talk to myself in English. I stand in front of the mirror and say, "Good morning. Today is a beautiful day. I will make tea. I will study. I will grow." These are simple words, but they wake up my English brain. They make me ready for the day. When I cook breakfast, I play an English audio story. I don't stop to repeat. I just listen. My ears enjoy the sounds. My brain listens without pressure. It becomes a habit. Every time I enter the kitchen, my mind says, "Let's listen." In the afternoon, I take a short walk. While walking, I think in English. I describe what I see. A red car is moving. A man is talking on the phone. The sky is clear. These thoughts are short and simple, but they help me practice every day. I also made a fun habit in the evening. After dinner, I watch a short English video. Sometimes it is a cartoon. Sometimes it is a slow conversation. I watch with subtitles. I shadow some lines. It becomes part of my routine like watching TV for fun. But in English, I write new words in a notebook. Just 1 or 2 words every day. I don't make long lists. I don't study hard. I just write, read, and use the words when I speak. Over time, the words stay in my mind. I also label things in my room. I write mirror, door, lamp, and window on small pieces of paper and stick them on the objects. Every time I see them, I say the word. It is a small action, but it makes me remember without effort. On weekends, I talk to myself about my week. I say, this week, I worked hard. I read 3 stories. I watched 4 videos. I learned 5 new words. I feel proud. I speak slowly, but I speak with joy. These are my results, and they come from daily habits. Sometimes I don't feel like practicing. I feel tired. I feel lazy. But my habits remind me. They say just do one small thing, just 5 minutes. And when I do it, I feel better. I feel strong again. Habits help you grow even when you feel weak. They carry you forward. They make English a part of your life. Don't try to do everything in one day. Don't force yourself to study for hours. Make a small routine. Practice English for 5 minutes in the morning. Watch a short video in the evening. Read 1 story a day. Think in English while you walk. Talk to yourself before bed. Start with 1 habit, then add another. Slowly your life will change. English will not be a subject. It will be your companion. When English becomes your daily habit, it becomes your second nature. You don't study it anymore. You live it. You don't need more time. You need more consistency. 5 minutes a day is better than 1 hour once a week. So make English your habit. Make it your morning friend. Make it your evening song. Let it grow with you, day by day. Chapter 8. Learning never stops at home. It is late at night. The lights are off. I lie in bed thinking about my day. I smile. I read 1 English story, watched 1 short video, spoke to myself in the mirror, and learned 1 new word. It was not a big day, but it was a good day. A day of learning, a day of growing. I remember a time when I didn't believe I could do this. I thought I needed a teacher, a classroom, a perfect plan. I thought learning English at home was impossible, but now I know the truth. Learning never stops at home. In fact, home is where it starts. And if you do it the right way, it can take you very far. In the last few weeks, I have made big progress. My pronunciation is better. My sentences are smoother. I understand more when I listen. I feel more comfortable when I speak. And I did all this alone at home. How? By being regular. By doing 1 small thing each day. By using all the tools around me. Books, phones, apps, mirrors, my own voice. I use my time. I use my energy. I use my dream. Some days were hard. I was tired. I was busy. I felt slow. But I never stopped. I told myself just 5 minutes. I did it. And slowly those 5 minutes became a powerful habit. A habit that changed everything. At home, you are the student, but also the teacher. You decide what to learn. You decide how to learn. You decide when to learn. This gives you freedom. This gives you control. I keep a small notebook with me. I write a few words every day. I look at them at night. I don't force myself to remember. I just read and feel the words. I trust my mind. I trust the process. Sometimes I record my voice. I talk for 1 minute. I speak about my day or my feelings. Then I listen. I hear my mistakes. I hear my growth. I hear my courage. I still use shadowing. I still read easy stories. I still watch simple videos. I still talk to myself. I still think in English when I cook, walk, or rest. Every small activity becomes English. Practice. And the best part is I don't need anyone to watch me. I don't need to pass a test. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to continue. That's how learning works. It never ends. It only grows. I now understand that learning English is not about speed. It's about the journey. A slow, beautiful journey full of effort, full of patience, full of small victories. If you are learning English at home, don't worry about making mistakes. Don't worry about being fast. Just keep going. Read a little, listen a little, speak a little, think a little. Do it every day. Trust your journey. Your home is your school. Your phone is your tool. Your voice is your guide. Your dream is your light. You are not alone. I was there too. I started with fear. I started with silence. But I took the first step, then the second, then the third, and slowly I found my way, and you will too. So keep learning, keep speaking, keep listening, keep reading, keep thinking. Let English grow with you day by day, step by step. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. This moment is already perfect. Just begin. Just continue. Just believe. If this video helped you, please like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to this channel for more easy English lessons. And now I have a question for you. What is the one English habit you will start from today? Comment below. Let's learn together. Let's grow together. Remember, you can speak English. You can learn at home. And I am here to help you every step of the way.